All right, watch the amazing moment when a veteran tells friend of the show, Dean Withers, that he regrets his vote for Trump and he is now taking action to fix his wrongs.
What's going on, Mayhem? Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Why did you do that?
So I'm 39, North Carolina. I served in the military for 21 years so far, and I was over in Syria for the first election. We had handcuffs on us, so to speak, in terms of engagement criteria. And Trump's policy, when he did get elected the first time, I really liked. So with my background, I lean toward hopefully,
Wait, handcuffs on
if
you
we
where? I'm so sorry.
Syria. I was deployed.
You're deployed in Syria.
No,
Conditions?
I was. So I've been in the military for 20 years.
Okay.
When he was first running, we were over there under the previous administration. Uh,
Yeah.
the guys were getting laid down because of those policies. When Trump came into office, the policies that he enacted started saving lives and also got the problem taken care of.
So
However,
we had less service members die from military conflict under Biden and Harris compared to Trump, and I'd say that there's a greater potency for more military conflict under Trump's second administration, with him entertaining ideas such as possibly invading Greenland, which would start a military conflict, a war between America and Europe. And like the whole ethnic cleansing of the Gaza Strip, I think what will ultimately happen is the Palestinians will fight back. Hamas will redirect their interests to any U.S. entities coming into the Gaza Strip to try to claim ownership, and we'll probably end up deploying our own troops.
right, I fully agree with you actually
I
on
think
this.
like more people are going to die under Trump's admin compared to what who would have died under Kamala Harris's.
Right. So I was talking about the first administration. I'm being medically retired now, but I think another important point to make is that I regret this vote based on
Oh,
him coming out and saying what he said about Gaza. I
wow,
find it to
nice.
be reprehensible. So what I've done as penance for this terrible vote and the bad position that our country is now in is started the money out of politics movement that anybody can join. We are going to march on Washington on 27 July, and we are demanding with 2 million plus veterans that we get Congress to pass laws uh, banning congressional stock trading.
Let me tell you, this is what democracy looks like. I mean, he regrets his vote. He acknowledged his mistake, and now he's using the democratic means available to him to try to rectify what he deems as his wrongs.
Well, hey, listen, hold on, hear me out. Because
Drop a like for learning from your mistakes.
we
All
got
right.
80% support on the Republican side, 86% support on the Democrat side. We've already had both Democrat and Republican senators agree to sit down and discuss this. Also, this is not a protest, it is a demand. If they don't overturn Citizens United following that, we've got an organization already organized and we've already drafted this legislation. We've got our Discord organized by state so people can get involved and organize locally because we are marching in Washington. And for people who cannot make it to Washington, D.C. because of their economic situation, they can march on their capital in a coordinated event. We've got a legal team that's working on the legislation, working with the Texas Supreme Court, working with the Supreme Court of West Virginia. Um, I demand from the 15 million veterans across this country that we stand up and fight for what's left of the constitutional republic that we have. It's the money out of politics movement. And I would appreciate your support, Dean. I was told that you're the guy, but believe me when I
He's a
say
good
I've been
boy.
on 14 deployments, so I didn't know the who's who in the zoo on this platform,
Well,
and I was given
Mayhem.
your name. So
Mayhem,
yes,
I
sir.
appreciate you for your service, not only to your country, you know, when you were deployed in Syria and whatnot, but also your service to the country right now. I think that you are unironically one of the most true examples of freedom fighter, that I've had on the live in a while, and you know I could just really appreciate that. You really did join the military to fight for freedom, and now you're figuring out that the fight for freedom isn't.
Amazing moment from friend of the show, Dean Withers. Check out this Trump supporter who also regrets her vote.
He's a good boy.
Piggott was abruptly fired last month from the Treasury Department's Bureau of Fiscal Service, based here in Parkersburg, West Virginia. The reason given for the firings of 125 probationary employees at the Bureau: poor performance.
I had my last review on the 31st of January, and I had the highest rating that you can get on a review, less than 21 days before I was terminated for my performance.
You voted for Donald Trump.
I did.
Do you regret that vote?
Yes, I do. To cut the knees out of the working class Americans just doesn't make sense to me. I expected more from President Donald Trump.
Since speaking out, Piggott says she's received death threats and her home has been egged. This woman asked us not to show her face for fear of retribution. She recently retired from the Bureau of Fiscal Service because she was afraid of losing her health insurance if she was fired. She also voted for Trump.
Would you still have supported him?
I'm not sure that I would have. The way that it's been done, I'm for balancing the budget, that type of thing, but not in this context.
That's the argument we've been making this entire time. This is not the way that you do it. Now, I want to end this video off by introducing you to a new face emerging within the Democratic Party. This is Joanna Mendoza, who is a veteran running to represent Arizona's 6th congressional district. Now, I'm a big fan of the campaign. I'm a big fan of this launch video, and I want to show you Mendoza, her 20-year military career, and how it led to this moment in time and her standing up against the Trump administration. If you want to support Mendoza, there'll be a link at the top of the description to help her represent Arizona. Also, if you'd like to check out the organization mentioned in the Dean Withers video, I can link that as well. Let's check out this Mendoza clip.
What we're seeing right now is complete chaos. People say you're crazy for jumping in to run for Congress. Why would you do that right now? I said, because that's exactly what I was trained to do in the Marine Corps. You don't back up, you don't retreat, you don't hide. You jump in head first with your sword and shield and you go towards the fight. I was 17 when I enlisted in the military. My mom told me, be strong, don't cry, and don't look back.
You say, I don't want to be poor. I want to, I don't want to be paid check by check,
Yeah, but because of the military, I was able to get my education. It really opened a lot of doors for me. I went from working the cotton fields as a kid in Eloy to serving my country in Iraq and Afghanistan. Early on in the Marine Corps, I was sexually assaulted by my platoon sergeant. That experience is what led me to become a Marine Corps drill instructor. I wanted to empower women. As a drill instructor, you're the embodiment of what it means to be a Marine.
She's somebody who I can trust to always follow through, be there when it matters, and to also lead.
Nothing in the Marine Corps is given. Everything is earned.
A lot of us veterans have to go all the way to Tucson.
I do too. I get my care at the VA.
Come back.
People here in Eloy and small rural towns across Arizona are hardworking people. This administration, they're trying to take away programs and opportunity for people that want to work. In the Marine Corps, we have a saying, lead, follow, or get the hell out of the way. We need someone to fight the insurance companies and take on corporate greed so families don't have to. We need health care and child care that doesn't cost so much. People need opportunity, especially in rural towns like Eloy. I believe that the people of this district deserve better, and my son and all children deserve better. I'm Joanna Mendoza. I'm running for Congress because we need leadership from Eloy, not Elon. Let's go.
Go check out Joanna Mendoza's campaign, especially if you're in Arizona. It's extra important. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.